Yo, what's up everyone? Today we are going to be doing a Rent-A-Girlfriend Best Girls tier list. Rent-A-Girlfriend has been one of the most influential series. It's really on par with One Piece at this point, especially if you're caught up with the manga, you know what's going on. I could really sing its praises, but we're not gonna be talking about all the crazy world building, well, a little bit, but not that type of world building. But yeah, let's just hop straight into it. Alright, so first off, we have the ground rules, right? What characters are specifically being covered? I am doing the main cast and the main supporting cast. There are a lot of characters in this series. The series is very long, and a lot of them are background characters, and I'm not gonna be covering them, right? Like Chizuru's friends in her acting class. Like, bro, I'm not covering that, bro. But we are gonna be covering sleeper hits like Grandma Nagomi and Mami. So yeah, let's just make this tier list, right? I mean, to start out with, of course, you're gonna need some type of top tier. For us, I guess we'll just make this peak tier. All right, beautiful, whatever, it works. And then we need the F tier, and we'll fill out their ass when we get there. All right, we're gonna be starting off this list very strong with Sumi, right? It's a safe choice, safe option. Sumi Sakurasawa, she's a major part in the beginning half of the series. She's essentially just a very shy girl and became a rental girlfriend, right? She wanted to get a little bit of help, so she asked Chizuru for some help on that, and basically Kazuya went on a few dates with her to get her confidence up. And she did play a decently well role in the movie arc. Sumi was there to save the day, essentially. She was there to comfort him, and she can relate to Kazuya. Honestly, her character, solid A tier. Not really too much else to say about it. She isn't main girl. She's, you know, a good main supporting cast. And that cannot be said for this next girl that we're going to be covering, which is Mami Nanami. So, Mami, right? She is Kazuya's ex-girlfriend, the one who dumped him at the beginning of the series, and basically the one who made him spiral through all of these shenanigans he's really been going through, right? To me, Mami's character would be very good if we got more of her in the story, but how she kind of appears is, at the beginning, she was just being very much of an op. If you remember Paradise arc, she kind of set that whole thing up, kind of made Kazuya and Chizuru take an L back then, and basically she just pops in and out throughout the series, trying to meddle with Kazuya or trying to just tease him a little bit. We don't really know what's going on with her character. All we know is from the flashbacks, her parents are pretty strict, and maybe something happened there. We really haven't gotten any kind of situation on what's going on with her character. It seems like she wants to get back with Kazuya. Seems like she still likes him, especially off of, I think, chapter 400. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen with her character? I don't know. She's a baddie, but her character design is kind of bad. It's kind of bad. That being said, I'm going to have to put her in C tier. If she was more engaged in the story, I would be putting her B, possibly A. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, next baddie on the list is Kazuya's mom. I mean, shoot, we might have to make another tier. But Kazuya's mom, in the story, we really only got her a little bit when Kazuya and Chizuru were doing a little bit, you know, of their faking dates and showing up to like family events. That's when we got her the most. Second most was Paradise arc, where she was talking one-on-one with Chizuru about the whole marriage thing. You know, she got the ring and they were talking about getting wedding dresses, whatever. I don't really care. She's a baddie at heart. Also, she runs a daycare, so if I was a baby, please send me there. Yes. So enough said, peak tier. It's really hard to debate this one. I know some people might get mad about this, but yeah, it's just certified cougar, and that's really about it. All right, next character, one of the heavy hitters in the series, Yaemori Mini. I think I haven't really watched the anime. I watched a few episodes when it first dropped. I've been reading it for over 5 years. But Yaemori has been a huge part of the story in the last few years. She essentially has been the wingman for Kazuya and Chizuru this entire time. She was never really a love interest in the story, just a super fun character, side character, and kind of someone that I wished Ruka or I wish maybe Mami could have filled. But whatever, Yaemori fills that role. Super good. I am adding... Hold up, how do I add a tier? Because I'm adding S tier, bro. Yaemori, she deserves S tier, right? Because she is one of the main features of the story, to be honest, right? Kazuya and Chizuru, well, you know, Kazuya is forward in his emotions towards Chizuru. Chizuru is not. If you're anywhere past, I think, the anime right now, you would see Chizuru just likes to lead Kazuya on. And Yaemori is the one who is putting her foot down saying, you better get together with him. And yeah, also, spoilers here, but around 100 chapters ago, Kazuya wanted to go on a date with Chizuru, and this is where he would finally confess, right? But what he did is he went with Yaemori, and basically they went and scouted out this little, you know, date spot, right? But essentially they just went on a date together, and then they ran it back with Chizuru. Yaemori's was better. Yaemori S tier. Need I say more? And yeah, let's just move on to the next girl. All right, next we have Kazuya's grandma. If you saw my pick about Kazuya's mom, you're probably going to guess my pick for Kazuya's grandma. Instant top tier. You know, she is kind of annoying in the series, and I think GILF is a, you know, derogatory term in this day and age, so we're just going to be calling her an aged cougar. S tier. Alright, and might as well, since we're on the topic still, we're just gonna throw Chizuru's grandma up there as well. Rest in peace. You didn't need to go this early on because now we're just stuck with your stinky granddaughter. But yeah, moving on. Alright, now we have Ruka Sarashina, Kazuya's current girlfriend in Rent-A-Girlfriend, the series. It's technically like a trial dating period, but they are going out and they are doing fun activities, boyfriend-girlfriend activities together. Overall, she is, well, in my opinion, best girl in the entire series. No doubt about that. So I'm going to have to put her in S tier, and because of that, I'm going to have to knock each and every other girl down one notch. Now, Mami can stay C tier, but we're going to need to change B tier to mid tier. I'm sorry, but Sumi is low-key mid. And yeah, S tier, we are going to rename to, well, we're just gonna add beautiful. All right. And yeah, Ruka, best girl. I don't know what else to say. If you've read the newest chapter, Ruka, it's like, she's just a goddess. Rent-A-Girlfriend should just end right there. And yeah, watch my reaction of it when it comes out soon. That's all I can say. I don't know what's gonna happen yet. Well, I do. I read the spoilers, but I'm not gonna let that get to me. It's okay. You know, the best girl in the series who will just never win because of how the series is set up, unfortunately. And that's just how it is. And as you can see, we are nearing the end of all of the major girls in the series. There are a few more, so I guess we will just do, you know, we'll do her. We'll do the promise girl. Jesus. Oh God. The female lead of the series, Chizuru Ichinose, or Chizuru Mizuhara as Kazuya calls her. Honestly, she's not that bad of a character, other than, you know, she's just very indecisive to say the least. Personally, she's not the best female lead ever written in any rom-com. It's just kind of generic. Who knows, she's trying to figure out her feelings. If I had to honestly rate her, I would say she's mid, bro. She's mid. But because Ruka exists, she is going to have to go into a whole new tier in and of itself. Also, we might need to call Ruka tier the tier, or we might need to call Ruka's tier the chair tier, because she low-key sits in the chair. But for Chizuru, she's mid. I know, I said it. Boo-hoo, who cares? But she's going in her own tier right now. Hold up, let me make this real quick. Sorry to do this to you, Chizuru, but you low-key stinky. You're stinky of a character. You are very stinky comparatively to Ruka. At Hawaiians, in the Paradise arc, you had the chance. You had the chance to give it all to Ruka. You had the chance to pass the ball over, and you didn't. You went and did the despicable. So, for that reason, I'm going to have to put you in this tier. Also, she's dragging out the series for way too long. Like, the series should have ended after the movie arc, to be honest with you, and it didn't. And we're still here. So, Stinky is the tier for her. And yeah, these are basically all of the main characters in Rent-A-Girlfriend. There are, like I said, a few other characters that just show up for maybe a few chapters, aren't really relevant to the actual story. These characters are relevant to the story, except Mami. She's not really relevant, but she's, you know, she's in the story. But there is one woman that I want to add. One last woman that I would like to add here. And this is the most sleeper pick of all of Rent-A-Girlfriend right here. And who is it? It is Chizuru's mom. I know I said I did not like Chizuru as a character, but, you know, you put the grannies up top in the top tier. Who else is gonna be in the top tier? Well, honestly, she's gonna be in a tier by herself because she is that good. Need I say more? Yeah, low-key, we haven't gotten anything about her story, but this is my opinion and it is truth, so deal with it. Wait, actually, looking at this again, I'm going to be putting Mami in A tier. And yeah, I mean, this looks perfect. This tier list looks perfect. And yeah, that's every girl in Rent-A-Girlfriend ranked. You know, this is my tier list. Yours may differ slightly. I don't think so, because how could it? I mean, this is the correct order that everything should be in. But yeah, let me know what your rankings would be. I know this was a little different type of video, but I had some time before the next chapter drops. And yeah, if you like this video or if you want to see any more of this style, let me know. And yeah, that's really about it. So I'll see y'all.